All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Let's
go. How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole nother
You think so? First of all, I want to thank everybody for listening. Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I am the man of many friends and your host and creator. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys and we ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but you know I like giving free shit away, so hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1, shoot me an email, chris@mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website. Shoot me a message. Corey, my guy, back in the building, little vacay. Came back for 302. How you doing, my guy?
I'm great.
Man,
great,
you
great,
chilling?
great. Yeah.
I like it. B, you hear it?
Yep.
Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
Question of the day, Corey. You know, I start out with you. I mean, everybody's been asking, and the thing is, it's like, how do you approach her? Like, I mean, there's so many nuances and so many things we've seen and so many things that we've heard, and a lot of women just don't like to be approached, and this, that, and the third, and yeah.
I think you got to know, you kind of have to have an idea what she likes, you know, and you have to be yourself. Like, there's a lot of times we're all at the bar, right? And we see a girl just turning guys down. Don't go up to the girl and do the same thing. You know, you're already in the hole as it is. You got to kind of do something different, or you got to be funny. You got to do something that will get her attention, you know? We were at a bar earlier, and what did the girl say? She said, if the guy came up to her and spoke Spanish all of a sudden, even if she didn't speak Spanish, she'd be like, whoa, okay, like that's something different. At least he was himself and went for it, you know? And she said that would get him like good points. Yeah. She was Mexican, so I mean, it counts. You know?
Yeah, I'm saying,
but yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like that. B, what about you? Like,
I mean, I guess like I've never.
This is my thing too. You spent like a better portion of your 20s in the nightlife industry. Yeah, Can I say that? Is that correct?
Is
that
good?
Seen
it all.
For sure.
Yeah. Better portion, yeah.
But I think being in my industry at the time, it was a lot easier for me.
Why?
Because the girls are obviously asking me to help them to get into clubs and etc. So the conversation like was a lot easier because they get to know you. Like you have just normal text conversations or just sitting down and be able to conversate, right? They get to like to see the real you, right? As opposed to like you're trying to get hit on them at the club or whatever like that. So I think in that scenario for me it was a lot easier, and because they have to come to me instead of I have to go look for them. They're already coming to me with like asking for things. So then you can just slide in with slowly.
But it's
slide
like
gotcha.
we've also known promoters that are like douches. And
sure.
But you're definitely not one of them. You just be yourself.
Exactly.
And I think they can
and that's another thing too. And then one thing I remember, one of the biggest things that helped out for me was like I wore a ring finger. Right, so I made it look like that I was approachable.
I'm just work.
Correct. So the thing is, like, when a girl see that I have a ring finger on, they think that this guy's just trying to make his money, work hard, you know. So I'm not coming as a creep, right? Like, especially when you're trying to approach a girl, they're like, oh yeah, this guy's like working. Like, I'm just like really show out the ring, you know. And then after, like, I just tell them like, hey, would you have talked to me if I didn't have the ring? Or, you know, do you probably think that I'm a creep or whatever, right? Like any other promoter. So that's why I wear the ring. And so then they get to like, oh, that's cool, good idea. You
but
know?
by that time, they already earned your trust.
Yeah, they earned my trust, exactly. Yeah. And it's just it's a trust thing, to be honest. It's like to kind of like not come up as a creep and just being yourself, to be honest. Even the subtlest things you can just, you know, it could be like agreeing with that person when you're there. It's like, oh, you see that asshole? Like, you know, you might have the same thing, and like all of a sudden you're like,
well, I mean, we got in good just by knowing you. You're like, oh, you know, BJ?
Exactly.
Damn,
Yeah,
boy.
it's
Damn.
it really is. It comes down to a trust thing because if a woman can trust you, like that means his friends got to be good, good in the book. So
100%.
I think it helps.
All right, let's get on the callers. Hit up my sister
Still have
first.
that ring? Let me borrow that ring.
Just get a new one.
The rubber one.
Do the rubber ones now?
Hey.
Hey, Mrs. Omafi Coast over here. How you living? How's everything?
Good. Everything's good. Thank you.
How was the
How you
trip?
guys doing?
No, I mean, don't
It was
worry about
great.
Don't worry about us. How was Italy? How was Omafi Coast? How was the speedboat? Like, how was all that? Now, like, forget us.
Everything was a lot of fun. I would definitely. Everyone should experience Italy, Capri, Naples, Rome, the Amalfi Coast, Florence.
Oh, hey, slow down. Slow down.
Too many cities I never heard of.
Slow down. Well, I appreciate you gracing us with your presence. Glad that there's no jet lag. 'Cause I have a couple questions for you. I'm here with Coy and B. Say what's up to Nina, fellas.
What's
Nina, what's
up?
going on?
Hi.
All right, question for you. We are trying to figure out what is the best way to approach a woman at a bar or a lounge or restaurant. Like, give us some pointers of how I guess you would like to be approached.
I mean, honestly, here's the first thing. People, like whether it's men or women, I don't know if they're really approaching people these days because of, all these movements going on. But I would just, honestly, a simple hello. Hey, how are you? How's it going? A little, chatter. I mean, that's the best way, especially at a bar. Like, hey, how's it going tonight? It's crowded, huh? And then you start talking. I mean, guys or girls should be able to kind of either you're going to feel a connection or you're going to get the cute smile or the person's just going to be like, it's good, and then move on.
All right. Oh, am I quite okay? Oh, now. Let me pull the reins back real quick. Does grammar matter?
Yes, it matters.
Hey,
I don't.
it does. Hey,
I don't want no
like
one,
you said.
Hey,
What's up, shorty?
I don't know.
Shorties, what's up, Mars? They don't work anymore.
They don't work
Hey,
anymore.
sweet thing.
Yeah, I'm just not. No, a simple hey, how are you? Or hi, how's your day going? Just
It's
simple.
normal conversation.
Simple, yeah.
Simplicity.
Yes.
But sound
Normal
confident when you're talking.
Yeah.
Don't be shy and
Yeah.
and low voice.
Yeah.
How's it going? Like it doesn't. You should.
It
always
doesn't
have the
matter if
mentality-
you say
doesn't-
yes or no.
It doesn't
It doesn't
matter
matter.
if she rejects you or not.
Yeah.
You just have to be consistent on how you deliver it.
Yes, and honestly, a woman can tell whether you're confident or not.
Yeah.
And it's honestly why when people see, as women and men see men who, some women are like, oh my gosh, he's a 4, but his girl's a 10. Let me tell you, he thinks he's a 10. And that's all that matters. No, he doesn't think he knows he's a 10.
Yeah.
And
Confident.
he knows what he can offer someone.
Right. He knows what he's bringing to the
So-
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like honestly, confidence. Confidence is sexy.
Man.
No,
You see what I'm saying?
I agree. with
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It goes along the facts of you're confident, how you talk, how you come up. Do you care what he's wearing when he comes up to you?
that. Yeah. Does he have
I'm
to be
asking her.
I know. Does he have to be approachable? Can he?
Honestly, okay, I'll be honest. Nowadays, I mean, I haven't seen anyone coming up ridiculously with the whole homeless chic movement's in.
Right.
I haven't seen anyone even at a restaurant dressed crazy. So no, do I care if you're rocking Jordans or a Rolex? Absolutely not. Because you might, looks are deceiving.
Yeah, hey.
Looks are so deceiving.
Yeah, looking rich made you broke.
Exactly.
You'll find out
And
soon
that's
enough
the
if that Rolex
problem.
is really in your ballpark or not.
Yeah, that's bars. Looking rich made you broke.
100%.
bro.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
like
no,
that.
just because at the end of the day, look, anybody can sit there and be like, you know what? He had the confidence to come up to me and just start a conversation, whether he's wearing loafers, like a little raggy polo, like not raggy, but maybe, not ironed or whatnot. Yeah. You can see like he tried.
Hey.
And at the end of the day, you can go and honestly, who doesn't want a cute little makeover? And not even a makeover. It's just, a lot of men
she
like
cleaned you up, threw the mint in your mouth, combed over. Damn, now you out here. Now you got that Saturday Night Fever bop like in the background, playing in the background while you walking. No, it's true. And Nina, as crazy as it sounds, like me and Koi saw this guy in Birkenstocks, cargo pants, and a polo killing it. Like this is like months and months ago. It was like probably 6 or 7 months ago. My guy was out, but the thing I guess it was, he was fucking confident. He didn't give it.
Yep.
It was like this motherfucker was in his own bubble. But it was just the fact that hey, how's it going?
He didn't care. The fact that he didn't care.
Yeah,
and it's his energy. He has really good energy. He's
gonna have fun no matter what.
Yeah. It didn't matter if it was you or Becky across the room or Stacy over here. He had that Saturday Night Fever bop. He was just in there with a Corona in his hand. He was just there to.
But that's the thing. I think for sometimes girls might look at us like, man, that guy looks interesting. Curiosity gets him pretty well.
Yeah. I see. That's another thing I wonder. When you see a man that just doesn't give a fuck and enjoying life, do you guys think that's sexy?
Yes.
Damn.
Hands down.
Man,
hands down.
Yeah, because it's not like he's looking for anything, right? He's not like he's in his own element. Exactly. He's fine. He's doing great. If you're gonna,
cool with
without you. Exactly. Only thing your thing is like if you're gonna go into that man's life, you gotta put up the game to it. Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna have to step it up.
Dude, what is he doing?
What is he doing? I know this guy's having the time of his life. Like,
my boy
he's treating me the same as the other girl.
I have no edge.
But,
damn you, Koi.
Let's be honest. Like he's treating everybody how he wants to be treated. So if he's bopping, minding his own business with that great energy, you're going to feed off and be that great energy as well. Like, you're not going to be a Debbie Downer. He's just, living life, minding his own business, just enjoying. And if you look, like, those are the people, like, who other people just gravitate to.
Definitely. I like that. All right, Nina, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you as always. Always good seeing you at the BBQ. I appreciate you.
You guys, too. I appreciate you guys, too. Enjoy.
All right, you have a good one.
Bye. You too. Okay, bye.
Damn.
Doesn't matter what you're wearing, guys.
Doesn't.
I'm going out in sweats next
week. Hey. I mean, hey. Could be Tom Ford. We don't know. Could be Tom Ford.
I would agree to that because even when I was in the nightlife industry, I was having just the best time. I didn't care. Yeah. Like I was very carefree, and like people gravitate to that.
Yeah, do you think it's because they looked at you?
Correct. People gravitate to, oh man, this guy's having a great time. Like, let's just hang out with him. I think we're gonna have a good time. Yeah. So people girls gravitate to that. Yes. It's instead of like, oh, you're just doing your job and you're leaving home. Like, no, like I'm doing my job and I'm enjoying, doing it.
You guys want to go out and eat
after? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How many times have I gone out and like with the group girls and then we go out to eat afterwards? Yeah. How many times? Yeah. Multiple times have happened. They don't have to do that.
How many times did you put up with our shit when we came out there?
On to the next caller because our shit is not bad shit. I don't want Koi saying anything. Let's see if Roxy's free.
Hello,
Roxy.
Hi guys.
How we doing?
So good.
I'm here with Koi and B. Fellas, say hi to Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
What's up, Roxy?
How are you?
What's up, guys?
All right. Last we checked in with you, you were you were shutting it down. It was love of a lifetime type of thing, and we are on the same page, right?
Just kidding.
Wait.
No.
Yeah.
What happened?
You were going to meet the parents.
I did meet the parents.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you spill a little bit of deets? Tell me like for.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk to me. I need to know. I'm emotionally invested. So go ahead.
I know. I don't know. So everything was great. Like meeting his parents are great. Then he like met some of my family the following weekend. Like everything's cool.
Okay.
Then 4th of July weekend comes, and now it's like my world. So I feel like the first like month or so of us dating, it was a lot of his life, especially traveling with his career and stuff.
Yep.
And so then when he came 4th of July weekend, it was my life, like my friends, my family, my hood, like, and he just didn't like fit into my lifestyle. So like sucks. I could fit into his life, but he couldn't fit into my life. And like for me, once I'm done, I'm done. And even if like I assume something and it's not reality, like once I see that and I feel that, it's like
that's true.
That's that.
Yeah.
Wait. You couldn't go
not gonna
back.
Get past that, bro. It's not because you already see how the future's gonna be like.
It like once you see the ick, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, but like, how do we know it was just he needed a little bit of time to open up to your friends and stuff? We don't. It's not that.
Right. So, and true. He is a shy person automatically. So, and we're a lot. Like, we're all bartenders, so we're a lot. So I get that, like.
Took it to the max.
What kind of job does he do?
He has a professional career.
Okay, so
he's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
So not only that, like he's been an athlete his whole life, so he doesn't drink much. So
being around your family.
Yeah. So like one day was family, and then the next day was going out with all my like friends, and like I don't know. And so I try to give the benefit of the doubt. Like all week, I thought about it and was like, I know we're a lot. He is shy, but then. There's one thing that I really couldn't get past. And that's when we went out, I was really wondering what it was like to make out with that guy and this guy and that guy over there. And I feel like that's not a good sign.
You were past already.
Yeah.
Like, you were done.
She checked out.
You're done.
Well, I think it was just like I'm not ready to be in a relationship.
Oh,
obviously.
So this is your thing. This is not even him.
Yeah, and like I even explained that to him. Like I feel like this is more, and I know it's so cliche, like me, not you type thing. Yeah. But I think it's pretty accurate for the situation. Like he was such a great guy. Like he treated me so amazing. Like I could never say one bad thing about this guy. But like, I mean, your girl ain't ready to leave the streets, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, okay.
I don't know.
And now let's bring it back to the real question is, I just got off the phone with my sister, and we were calling women up to figure out how do we approach you as men in that scenery. So like you said, you were out this weekend,
now
super
that you're
mixy.
single.
Now that you're single, super mixy. How would a guy approach you, to be honest with you?
So had a lot of experience with this because guys really just like to pull out random shit out their ass.
Really?
But
okay, what random shit
the
works?
most random stuff. I've literally had a guy walk up to me and look me dead in the eyes, and he's like, "I want to fuck the shit out of you."
Wow.
I respected it. I was like, okay.
What?
Man knew what he wanted.
Hey, he didn't lie.
Okay,
he straight to the point.
So what'd you do?
How do you not respect that,
Yeah,
so what happened?
So,
I didn't know if this works or not.
Hey.
No, nothing ended up like physically happening. But he like got my number that night. We hung out like that night at the bar, made out and stuff. But I like respected it. I was like, okay, like love the honesty,
Did he try to take you home though?
Oh yeah,
bro. What do you mean? Did he try to take her home?
Obviously,
Coy. Why would you ask something like that?
He was coming in for the kill.
Right? Look at that. This man said like.
But you respected it.
Yeah, he did. She did.
Yeah. But I feel like the best way is to, like, when you're in line or at the bar, and you come up and you're like, "Oh, what are we drinking tonight?" And then you kind of have a little conversation like that.
That's a bar. Yeah. What are we drinking tonight?
We include.
I feel like that's hands down the best because now you guys are discussing each of what you're drinking. Now he's gonna buy the drink, You guys
I'm gonna use
discuss
that.
like, oh, I'm drinking tequila, and he can make like a funny tequila joke, and then
there
like,
you go.
it's like an easy conversation starter. But like the
Yeah,
most
Casamigos
important
to my
thing,
Casa we go. Yeah, I like
see,
that.
something super cute like that. I love that.
We are not doing that. Hey, leave that shit.
What if she goes
Absolutely.
tequila and you go, ew,
Ew.
I'm done with you.
See.
Wow.
You're done.
Play along, guys.
Yeah, I mean, damn. Okay, I like that. I like that.
I think the most important part is not to be clingy. Like, meet me in the line, buy me a drink, say, enjoy. Maybe I'll run into you later tonight. The next time in line, pop up again and be like, oh, we're doing round 2. Because most of the time I'm there with my girls and my friends. Like,
Right? Hey, see, you got to be a lone wolf or maverick with goose. That is it. Told you.
What are we
Yeah.
drinking? What are we
Drinking. Yeah. Oh, we here for round 2 then.
because the worst is when you meet someone at the bar and then they're just like, cling to you all night. Because I'm still there with my girls. Like, I still want to be with them and like not feel like I'm entertaining a man all night.
Damn.
So it's
for
the
real.
best when they like pop up here and there, and then also it's still like they're not just literally already like giving you all the attention. You're still kind of like, wait, where'd he go? Like,
Yeah. What is that?
like,
What
am
is
I gonna
that?
see him? Yeah. So I think that's like all the key.
Mysterious.
Like,
Like,
Yeah,
you just bought
for
me a
sure.
drink and left.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't even interested.
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. Like,
So where'd that
kinda
guy
like
go?
the
That did work for me
Yeah.
though one time, and this was like back in the day when we used to be going out like 4 nights a week. I was at a bar and we were there, and it was a bunch of us. And she was super cute, but I didn't know her. And I was up at the bar and we chatted for a second. And I was like, "What are you drinking?" She was like, "Such and such." I was like, "All right, cool." The drinks came. I got mine. She got hers. I was like, "It was great meeting you," and walked away. And then after that, she came up to me and was like, "Hey, I didn't even get your name. You just bought me a drink. Like, what's up?" And boom, got her number.
Yeah, it's so smooth. It's like you're interested, but you're not
Yeah.
pushing it.
Yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not going to beg for it.
Putting the
It's-
ball on their court.
You got, I mean, hey, you in practice, you got to put up shots,
Yeah.
right? Before the game.
And a bitch loves a free drink. You know, you right there.
So okay, wait. So let's go to the flip side, though. Let's go to the.
ahead, go
let's
ahead.
go. What if you're like super young and you know how you can't afford to buy so much drinks either? Like you remember
You
the
at
back
the
in the
fucking
day.
bar,
probably
though,
shouldn't be
bro.
there then.
You shouldn't be there.
I know, but remember how back in the day, like you.
Nah, even back in the day, I still bought her.
You hit him with, hey, you got first round, I got next round. Then you don't show up for the second round.
Hey, nah,
Young
you
guys
should-
like free drinks too.
Like,
Man, if I ain't getting nothing from her, I ain't buying no drink.
Nah, you shouldn't be there.
Jeez.
Rule number 1, you should not be there. And that's how I live by it.
Yeah, just stick to the dive bars where it's like $3 ball of beer.
Boom. Okay.
What are we
Quarter
drinking?
bar
Bud
days.
Light or Coors?
Yeah, hey.
I remember those.
I mean, you could already tell, you come a little late, you see a beer in her hand, boom, Martin knows she's drinking. Okay, 2 Coors Light. Oh, is that what you're drinking? I mean, I am now.
Go for the ones with the beer in there.
I am now. Hey, nah, it's that
You know
okay.
it's gonna be a cheap date.
You sure about that? Because she could, if
She
she's
could
drinking
down
beer,
some-
yeah,
yeah,
she
she's
could
down
drink
in
with
some
the best of
beer.
them.
Hey,
Yeah.
you could ball out by getting her IPA though.
I'm done with these guys.
Oh, you haven't had the IPA?
All right, Roxy, I appreciate you as always. I got some new merch headed your way. Good luck out to you in Savage Summer, and be safe. I'll hit you up in a little bit. I appreciate you.
Stay single.
Yeah, I'll come up with some good stories for you guys. Do it for the podcast.
I appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Later.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn,
I feel like we just talked to her like a couple weeks ago, and it was
bro, we talked to her last week, bro.
She was like
Week
full
before
on,
last.
ready to.
that's
week
the
before
guy
last.
that made a long drive, right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the
I didn't
long
want to
drive
say it
guy,
because I didn't
yeah.
know if it was the same guy.
Yeah, that was a long drive guy, like 6
But like,
hours.
okay, so like if you know you're going out with an athlete, right?
Yeah.
And you work with bartenders and stuff,
Complete
where
two
you're gonna
worlds,
drink,
man.
You kind of have to understand that he's probably not going to feel comfortable in your element.
But this is why B said, would you say cocktail waitresses usually date the busser?
Busters, correct.
Because
Because they're always hanging around.
And they get off at the same time.
Correct.
Let's go get
But
the
they
bite.
rarely ever date the hosts or anything because they know what the hosts do.
Ah. Meanwhile, the bus boy
With the
just
busser, like
busting
just
his ass
every
off,
day,
working hard.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're working hard together, got each other's back. they build a bond there, right? You know.
Yeah, at a regular restaurant, the hostess, your waitress.
Correct. Waitress and bussers, they always get along.
They see that though. They're not gonna fall for the douchey.
Dude, when I was working in the restaurant industry, I was always hooking up with the freaking hostess because you always see it. They're bringing the guests to you, and you know you take care of the guests, and like there's always that communication with them. Yeah, whenever you're bored, you go up to the front, just go talk to them for a little bit, and then you get back to work. You know, you always have that. And then after work, what do? You go out and drink. You go out and drink together. It's always about being around people and let them know who you are.
That's that birth of the feather.
Yeah, you're not gonna, because as a cocktail server, when you see the host, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's
we know about it.
We know what about it." Yeah, he's with another girl. He's with another girl. Man. You know, it's exactly
that city. Word travels fast. Right?
Exactly.
Super fast. All right, let me see if I
boy
can
just hustling his ass off.
Yeah. And then they get to know you, like, oh, you have kid, you have this, you know, you have like, you're trying to support this, and like they get into deep conversation.
Yeah. Let's see if my boy Pat pick. Oh shit.
Yo.
Pat, what up, family? You on the podcast? First of all, I gotta tell you on the podcast. I had to call you, my guy. I'm here with Coy and B. Say what's up to my boy Pat.
What's up, Pat? How are you?
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Fella, my guy, and I had to call you, and no offense, like, man, I feel like you the guy that every guy needs to talk to because you have no problems approaching women, and a lot of guys want to know how to approach women in a situation at the bar or a restaurant. Man, hey, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I see you all, you know, me and you have kicked it in the hair show days and, you know, throughout everything. Yeah. My guy, you probably one of the smoothest cats I know. So my question,
man, thank you.
That's a fact, bro.
Appreciate that.
So my question is, like, a guy wants to know how to approach a girl at the bar. When you see a girl at the bar, you want to approach her. What is going through your mind? Like, how do you figure out what to say?
Man, you know, there's different theories on it. The one I like is that you just can't hesitate for too long. You know, usually it's like you notice somebody, maybe they notice you noticing, and you just got to go for it. And you know, every girl likes to be complimented, right? So you can always like walk up and be like,
facts.
Like your shoes. You pick those out yourself, or like, hey, like, or like your makeup. Like,
you pick those out yourself.
Like who do you hire to do your makeup?
Yeah,
and like you know how many girls like get professional makeup done just to go out to the bar? Not a ton, right?
Yeah.
So they're instantly just gonna be like, they're gonna be like, oh, I did it myself, and then all of a sudden,
wow,
oh, thanks so much. And then it's like, oh, I just have a lot of friends that are MUAs, so I just assume you probably were one because it looks like it was a professional job. And then all of a sudden they're like, damn, he kind of knows something. So I don't know. I usually try to make it about them, you know, like girls like people in general like to talk about themselves, right?
Yeah, I like that.
So you can always ask somebody a question with like a personal answer, as opposed to a yes or no answer. So one thing I would say is don't linger too long without saying anything.
Yeah,
you know, you could always play hard to get and like, you know, see if, you know, they kind of like come to you, right? Because some girls like that too. It depends on the girl.
Yeah.
You know, if you go sit in like a part of the bar where they can kind of see you out of the corner of their eye, but like not directly. But the one thing you don't want to do is like hover over their shoulder and not engage.
How do you know if you like, okay, so if you ask them a question or whatever, or say something about their dress or makeup or whatever, how do you know when to like stay with it, or it's okay, like, you know, it's a done deal, it's not gonna happen? Like, how,
you know, I think that like girls will give you like, they'll tell you, man. If a girl wants to talk to you, like you'll know. Girl don't want to talk to you, you'll probably know that even.
The answers will be short and not elaborate, you know?
For sure, yes.
Yeah,
no,
like
I'm
really
good.
short, like staccato answers, you know, like 1 word, 2 word answers.
Damn.
But if they like draw it out and if they like reflect the question back to you, then all of a sudden you're engaging, you know, you're in a full, conversation.
Yeah.
And then it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
So, man, I had an interesting interaction today.
Let's go.
Of course. Go ahead.
Myself out like no, okay. it was actually my brother. He called me and told me about it.
Okay.
How about that?
I like that.
So my brother's like walking into church this morning,
God.
and he said he's like walking from the parking lot to like the front, and he sees this like girl who's like walking with like another girl, like she works there, and she's even like almost over here, like, yeah, so like with your first time, like this is over here, and that starts there, and like whatever. And I'm looking at this girl like, or
Wait. I can't hear you. What did you say? Wait. You completely. I lost you.
You're muffled. You're muffled.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
we go.
We good.
All right, cool. Anyways, man, it's hard to like you're a guy rolling solo to church. You don't want to like go up to like a random girl single at church because then you're just like the creepo at church trying to like go to the girls.
This
right?
guy's back today. Round 2.
But man, like it happened. You know, it was like she was like walking next to me. I was walking next to her. I overheard the fact that she was, you know, it was her first time. So I just made a mental note. I was like, man, if I run into her again, I'll just, you know, like make sure she feels welcome or ask her like whatever.
Yeah.
Well, man, I think like, dude, an hour later, I'm walking out of church. I look over, she's like walking right next to me again. I'm like, yeah.
hey.
So I'm like, I was like, hey, like, it was your first time here, right? Like, I think I overheard that when I was walking in, and she looked at me like, how'd you know that? You know, like, again, you don't want to be creepy. But I was like, yeah, I overheard one of like the volunteers kind of like walking you in or something. And yeah, just, you know, it can be overwhelming because it's such a big place. But long story short, I started asking her about herself and where she's from and how she ended up here. And man, I got her like her life story in like 5 minutes. And like, you know, there's a good chance like I'll see her again, you know?
So did you ask for the number or?
This
did
your brother ask for the number? Huh?
I'm not trying to pat my own back, but yeah, there's all sorts of things that went down, you know. But yeah, no,
Man, I mean, shoot. I mean, who are you to step in front of God's plans? I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
But coming down to it, it's just like normal conversation.
Yeah.
She was talking about wanting to volunteer more, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. I get hit up for volunteer work all the time. If you want, like, I could just shoot you a text whenever they hit me, and you know, let me if it's a good match, like you can come along." She's like, "Yeah, let's do that." And so then I just turned my phone around. She dialed her number.
Can't shoot a
Bam.
text unless you have
He
the number.
dialed the number.
number.
Hey, now you have mine.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you do. Dial the number.
No, what you do is
don't make the mistake of just getting the number and the
Yes,
contact.
yeah.
How many times you've been scrolling through 5,000 names in your phone and you're
Oh,
going to remember the girl's
Chris has
name?
done that a
You don't
million
know.
times.
Oh my god!
the best thing is like you repeat the number where you mistake one number off. So let's see if they will
Oh yeah,
if they correct you.
correct you. Correct.
yeah. I saw that. Hey, you want to know some other advice? And this might not vibe like with like the bar scene as much,
No,
but I mean it
go
can.
ahead. Yeah.
This is just something like anecdotally, like I picked up on like recently, especially for me.
Mhm.
So, I mean, Chris, you know, like when I'm single, especially, like I get after it. Like I got a bunch of good friends that party like pretty hard, and like we have fun. Sometimes we have a little too much fun, but like you know, we're getting older. But like so, like what the nights get later and longer. I mean, it's cool, but just it kind of gets to a point where it's like, man, like. Anyways, what I noticed is that when I'm detoxed, because right now I'm on like day 6, right? Because I partied pretty hard on the 4th, and I just like had a moment where I was like, you know what? I need to like clarify and ground and raise my vibration. So let me just not drink all week. Let me hit the gym. Let me like just pray as much as I can, and like let me like I'm not gonna like do any drugs or whatever, and like. You know, cannabis, I'm not actually even smoking right now, but like in general, I consider that more of a medicine.
Yeah.
But my point is, did everything I could to raise my vibration because like I could deal with the hangovers, Chris,
Yeah.
but like,
Oh yeah.
dude, what I couldn't deal with was when I was so like chemically depleted and like chemically depressed
Oh yeah.
that like I didn't recognize my personality because I felt like I wasn't able to engage. I wasn't able to like conversate. I wasn't able to have the interactions that organically usually happen in my life. And like, I've always gotten feedback like, hey, like you're pretty like magnetic or like you're easy to talk to or like, you know, you're like a stranger, but you're not. And like, I always took that as a compliment. and I just figured it was like innate, like kind of hardwired into me.
Yeah.
But when I party,
Yeah.
and especially when I'm coming down, that's like non-existent. So this week, man, like just, you know, laying low and detoxing and doing all the things I could to like make sure my candle, you know, burns bright.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it makes anything easier,
Oh yeah.
but especially attracting energy of strangers, thereby attracting interactions with women.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Clear mind.
I think the sober boys, man, I think they got something figured out. Seriously,
Ooh, the Soul Boys. I didn't think about that.
not to say having a couple beers is bad, you know, like I've been partying my whole life,
Yeah.
and like some, you know, especially like it can kind of, you know, they say socially lubricate the situation,
Yeah.
but that's just like what I've noticed for me.
I
So,
like that, my
Don't
God.
do drugs, kids.
I appreciate you, family. We're going to let you go, man. But I'm going to tap in with you this week. We got to figure out lunch.
Anytime,
I'll
Doc.
see you at church.
Yeah, see you at church.
Later. Damn. I mean, okay, let me ask you this. What do you think about that? How he said he detoxed and clearing the mind.
I do it every time, man.
I mean, let me ask you this: do you think it helps? Like
Hell
focus.
yeah. I think my number one thing is gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's like when I get back in the gym, everything gets focused in. Like if I'm not in the gym, I feel like that's my go-to place. Like you've seen me. Like like if I'm in my room just like not doing anything and you don't see me that like I'm out of my element. But then the moment I get in the gym, everything else just like clears up.
Everything falls
Falls
the way
through,
it's
yeah,
supposed
and then I'm like, I get other things done. I'm focused on doing other things. You know, I'm just not
like
just
that.
like being in a dark room and just like all that. You know, even if you have to doing drugs, you're like you're on a come down. And it's,
I've even read like when you don't jerk off for a while, it attracts girls because of the
pheromones.
the pheromones out there. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying it's kind of like what relates to what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that.
Don't they have a pill for that, like 5-HTP? What does 5-HTP do?
It like
brings back your serotonin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, raise your serotonin.
you know, if you do that kind of stuff.
If you do that.
What you mean? What you mean?
At the church when he was talking about it, she goes, "How'd you know it's my first time?" I would have been like, "God told me." God whispered.
Okay, Khaled. God did. Oh man. All right. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app, I cannot thank y'all enough. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Fellas, we are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole
Really?
nother
You think so?
subject. I think